Hello, in today's video, I'll show you how to downgrade from macOS 27 beta to macOS 26. In case you've installed the macOS 27 beta version and want to downgrade to macOS 26, then you should follow the steps in this video. That is only applicable if you actually have the beta version and if you're watching this video before probably the first or second week of September of 2026. Later on, the macOS 27 will have its official release and the macOS 26 will become unavailable. But you then will be able to basically use this method to change from the beta version to the public version, or then you can just wait until disable beta updates in the settings and then wait until they roll out the newer version of macOS 27. But for now, this is the method to downgrade. And to downgrade, first we'll begin by downloading the file required for it. Before we begin, one more warning. This will erase all your data on your computer. So if you don't have a backup that you've made on macOS 26, then unfortunately, if you backup now, that backup cannot be restored on macOS 26. If you backup on a newer version, you cannot restore it on an older version. So the only thing that you can do is either copy the files to an external device, just copy them without doing time machine backup, or if you have an older backup that you've done, you will be able to restore it. Now, let's begin. Let's open the browser and search for the installer image. Now, you can technically do it through methods that Apple lists on their website. But honestly, I've always been doing it through the MrMcIntosh website. As you can see, I've just entered the website that says MrMcIntosh.com. And that website, when you go to Tahoe installers, Tahoe is macOS 26. If you're watching this video in a year from when it was published, then probably there's a new version of macOS, let's say 28. And if you want to downgrade to 27, then you need to download Golden Gate. Golden Gate is 27. So they are just like 27, 26, 25, 26, 8, 15, I think it was 15, 14, 13, and so on. So, yeah, that is basically it. I'll download the Tahoe currently. And as you can see, there is macOS 26. You can downgrade to even older versions. Actually, you can downgrade to any version your Mac supports. So if your Mac was released in a certain year, then it will only support a version from that year or newer, as long as it supports the newer version, because sometimes it may not support the newer version as well. So yeah, you can downgrade to any version that is supported by this Mac. I'll download the newest 26 version, so let's click on Install Assistant PKG and click on Allow so it can download the file. This will allow us to basically create the installation file. So for now, we'll need that, and I'll get back to you when it's downloaded. Okay, now it's almost downloaded, so I'll start talking about the USB drive that you'll need for that. The USB drive must be at least 32 gigabytes, I would recommend, because it may not fit on a 16 gigabyte drive. So I'd say at least 32 gigabytes or even 64. It would be best if it was as fast, if the drive was as fast as possible, just to prevent any problems. And also plug in your device to a charger so that it doesn't discharge during the process, because it may actually corrupt your device, and later it may be pretty difficult to fix, and it may take a lot of time to fix it. So just plug it into charging. And also don't begin the process if your battery is at 10% or something like that. Even if it's plugged in, make sure it's charged to at least 60% before you begin. Yeah, and now 1 second remaining. Let's now open the file. So I'll get the file here and click on continue, then install, and now enter the password to your computer. Now let's click on close. You can move to trash, of course. And then what you'll need to do is plug in your USB drive. Once it's plugged in, you may need to allow it to connect. Then it should show up on the left side, and you should right click on it. So click with 2 fingers and then find erase disk. Now erase it as an ExFAT format. You can name it. It's actually worth naming it to something custom that you'll know and very easy to enter. So I'll do 12344. Then click on erase. Erase. Now it will take a moment. It will appear on the left side in a moment, I believe. At least it should. Okay, yes, it did. Now, what you'll need to do is go to Applications, then find the macOS Tahoe installer. It should appear, yeah, install macOS Tahoe. Right click on it, so click with 2 fingers, show package contents, then go to contents. And now find resources. And then you should be able to find createinstallmedia. And what you'll need to do is right click on it and then click on copy. And then we can open the app named Terminal. Now in that app, you will need to type in a command, which I'll show you closer. I'll bring the laptop closer in a moment. First, I'll type it in. It's sudo. Then click on Command V to paste the name, like so. And then type in dash, double dash. So click on dash twice, volume, space, and then / volumes, / and the name of your drive. So in my case, it's 12344. Now I'll bring the device closer. You can also enter, if you weren't able to paste it or whatever, you can just enter the exactly what is written here, one by one. But what is important, if you're installing a different version of macOS than the one that I have, then you'll need to, instead of Tahoe, write here the name of the one that you're installing. So in my case, it's install macOS Tahoe. And as you can notice, before a space, it automatically adds a backwards slash. So that's what you'll need to do if you're changing the name. But if you've copied it, if you've pasted it, automatically paste it like that. So that's why I recommend copying it on your own. Then double dash, there's 2 dashes, volume, and then volumes. And after the last slash, this is the name that shows up on your left sidebar in the Finder with your USB drive plugged in. Now, when I click enter, I need to enter the password. It won't show up here. You can see I'm entering it, but it doesn't show anything. I need to click on enter. Then I can click on the Y on my keyboard and click on enter. And now it will start erasing the disk and writing to it. It will take about 10 to 15 minutes or even more, depending on the speed of your drive. Now I'll need to allow to access files on removable media. By the way, don't get scared if copying the macOS recovery OS takes a long time. It's not stuck, it's just a very long process. Okay, now as you can see, it is done. And now one last thing that you need to do is go to the system settings, go to general, go to software update, and I recommend waiting until it shows up the beta updates. Well, it won't show up here, but if you see the beta updates, you should click on the I button and turn it off. Technically, it's not required, but I recommend doing so. And then you can shut your laptop down by pressing on the Apple logo in the top left corner. Click on shut down, and now simply wait until it actually shuts down the laptop. Keep the drive plugged in and we'll enter the installation. Wait at least half a minute or even more before you begin with the recovery mode. Now, once you're ready, press and hold on the power button. So we'll get to the recovery. You can see you'll need to continue holding even if the Apple logo shows up until the text on the bottom changes to loading startup options. When it says that, now you'll need to select options and click on continue and wait a moment. It will restart and then it will ask you for the password to an admin of this computer. Now, after entering the password, you'll find disk utility and click on it, then click on continue. And now select your Macintosh HD volume. It's probably named that. It's just the internal drive. Select the internal drive, then click on erase and erase it as an APFS file system. Click on erase, erase Mac. And now select erase Mac and restart. Now it will take a moment, so I'll get back to you when it's done. Okay, now you'll need to activate your Mac by connecting to a Wi-Fi. So find Wi-Fi in the top right corner, then select a Wi-Fi network, enter its password. You can also attach a network cable instead, but you'll need an adapter for that. Now it shows activation lock, and that is the thing that is supposed to happen here. It says that this Mac is linked to an Apple account, and you'll need to sign into the account that was previously used with this Mac. So you'll need to enter the email of the previously used Apple account and the password. But you can also use the device password instead that was used to unlock this Mac. So I think that's easier, but if you don't remember the password for some reason, then you could have used the email and password to your Apple account. And now after entering the password, it would load for a moment and then you can click on exit to recovery. And now you can find reinstall macOS Tahoe, sometimes it should work. I'm not sure if it'll work here. So what I'll do, just to make sure, just to avoid any issues and prolongating everything, I will click here in the top left corner on the Apple logo, click on shutdown, and we'll install it from the USB. Because I'm not entirely sure it'll work. It even says on Apple website, I remember, it says that it might work. So I don't really like the might. I'll press and hold on the button now. Keep pressing for startup options. It's loading the startup options now. And now select install macOS Tahoe, then click on continue. Now it will start loading. I'm not sure if it's already installing. I haven't done that for a while, so I don't know if it'll ask me for something else. I'll get back to you if it does, and if not, then we'll see each other once it's done. Okay, as it turns out, you need to select the language, continue, and now it'll probably ask you which drive to install it on. So let's click on continue. Let's click on agree, then select the drive, Macintosh HD, probably just your internal drive on the computer. Now I'll plug it in a moment anyway, so I'll just continue. And as you can see, it will take a lot of time. So let's just wait for it. And as you can see now, it's installed. You can set up your device with the downgraded version of macOS. I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.